Hi, this is Ron Elkayam. I'm the director of the Elkayam Center for Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine in beautiful El Cerrito, California. Today I'm going to talk about dealing with weight gain and overeating during the lockdown that we're all facing right now. I had a patient call me and we spoke about this, and I gave him some tips that I've learned from my years of treating patients, and I thought I'd share them with you. So today's first tip is to schedule your meals in advance and also make them in advance. So the worst thing that you want to be doing is to not have food when you're hungry and end up sitting in front of the fridge, grazing on a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's going to cause weight gain. So you want to have your meals planned. The second thing you want to do is to eat nourishing meals. Okay, we all know what it means to eat a nourishing meal, but let me help you. You want to eat lots of vegetables, however you like them, in salads, stir-fried, steamed. You want to have some good healthy proteins, good fish, eggs, meat, whatever your preferred protein is. And you also want to have some healthy carbs. I love rice, basmati rice, jasmine rice. I love potatoes. So you want to have a nourishing meal. And the reason why you want to have a nourishing meal is because an hour or an hour and a half after you eat your nourishing meal, you might feel like you want to eat. If you've eaten a nourishing meal, then that urge to eat is probably related to stress or anxiety. We call that emotional eating, and we're going to talk about that soon. You don't want to put yourself on a diet. Diets that involve restriction are not what you want to do now. Just eat a nourishing meal, enjoy it. Don't punish yourself, don't restrict yourself, don't deprive yourself. Enjoy every bite. And while I'm talking about eating a nourishing, whole foods-based diet, I would also like to say remove foods that you tend to overeat. So if they're foods, whether they're natural or junk foods, for me, for instance, it's chocolate. Get it out, because if you're like me, I'll eat the whole chocolate bar, or at least half of it. So get it out, and then you can be assured that you're not going to be eating it because it's not there. And so that leads us to our third recommendation, which is to eat slowly and mindfully. When I was a kid, my grandmother would watch me eat and she would say, "Ron, eat more slowly." She didn't actually attend any mindfulness-based eating workshops. She just knew, she had the wisdom of the ages, that it's better to eat slowly. All traditional cultures are going to be eating more slowly. They're going to be around a table with a big family, talking, laughing, and it's not just going to be about eating, it's going to be about connecting socially with the family or friends. So if you can, eat with friends, eat with family, eat slowly, eat mindfully, and you'll find by the time you get to the end of your meal, you will be satiated. In Chinese medicine, we never want to watch a video or read a book or read a paper while we're eating. So that's a no-no in Chinese medicine. That is a drag on the digestive system and will affect your digestion. The fourth thing is to be conscious of your emotions during this time. This is a stressful time for people, and while it's good to be calm and peaceful, you don't want to be fake. You want to be authentic, and it's good to inquire and ask yourself, hey, what's going on with me? Am I feeling anxious? Am I feeling scared? Am I feeling out of control? And some people, they just don't have the habit of doing that, and they end up having these different addictions. It could be drinking or smoking or overeating. Those are the three biggies. And so you just want to take time to focus on yourself and ask yourself, am I dealing with uncomfortable emotions? And really a solution to dealing with these emotions is to just be present for them as if they're a little kid. So those of you who have kids, you know that if you're just present and listen to the kid, they actually calm down. Other things you can do, a little journaling if you like to journal, talk to a friend, make sure you keep your social interactions going during this time. Call a friend on the telephone. Another thing you can do is actually talk to a psychotherapist. That can be helpful for some people. The fifth thing that I recommend doing is to get outside, get some fresh air, get some sunlight, take a walk, and enjoy moving your body. You can also exercise indoors. If you have a treadmill, if you have weights in your house, you can do that. Yoga or Pilates is also really, really helpful. Just get the body moving. And if you can do it outside, that is also a wonderful thing. So you are going to be eating, hopefully, 3 meals a day. You are accumulating energy in the form of calories, and you want to expend that energy. Obviously, if you're sitting by the computer or you're watching Netflix, you're not going to be expending that much energy. So exercise, really important to spend the energy that you're saving up when you're eating these whole foods-based meals. The sixth tip that I have for you is to keep yourself busy or distracted during this time. I have some clients who are working, but they're not as busy as usual. And then, of course, I know some people who are not working at all. So this is the time to really focus on learning a new language, organizing the garage, organizing your photos. Really take your time and think of the things that will make you happy right now. So keep yourself distracted, and that way you won't be thinking about food. I remember once I met a bus driver in a hotel. He was driving a tour bus, and he turned to me and he said, "I forgot to smoke today." And that really taught me a lesson that if you keep yourself busy, you're going to keep yourself away from certain habits that may not be so good for you. And the final tip for today is the most important one, tip number 7, and that's to just be kind to yourself during this time. If you slip up and end up overeating a couple cookies or more than a couple cookies, it's okay. We are human, we make mistakes, and it's important to have compassion for ourselves. When it comes to eating, actually, we are wired to overeat. If our ancestors living out there in the wilderness encountered a source of calorie-rich food, sugar-rich food like honey or fruit, our ancestors would definitely overeat that because they did not know when they would get their next source of glucose. And so don't be hard on yourself if you are reverting back to your primal programming, but there are things that you can do to ensure that you're not overeating, so we can overcome our programming. So those are my recommendations for being on lockdown and staying healthy and eating healthy. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at the clinic, thrive@elcayam.net. I am offering some remote health coaching sessions, so feel free to call us at the clinic as well if you'd like to schedule one, 510-528-1836. Until next time, take care, everybody.